Yo, what's up with y'all? This is my first video on YouTube coming from TikTok. Most of my content I have made so far is on TikTok. I go by the name Ken We Up, or whatever you want to call me. This is my first video. I finally came up with the motivation to make a video. I just got off work a little bit ago. Today we're going to be talking about the cautionary tale of eating 2 mushroom bars plus however many Xans and getting sent to the hospital, being put in a fucking terrible mindset, fucking terrible, like, space of mind. I don't know what the right word is, to be real. If I wasn't on the Xans, I would be fucking scarred, bro. That shit really would have got me good. So let's bring this back. I was 15 when I first started Xans. So I was 17 when this story happens. I was off the blue B707s. Those were my bars of choice at the time. Those shits never brought me any good. Never brought me anything. Nothing good ever came out of them. I'd always cop them, be like, yo, it's going to be different this time. Never was. I grabbed 100 of them. I had so many of these fuckers. And I was still trapping pretty heavy at the time. I had these shroom bars that also had THC in them. They were called Trippy Flips. 500 milligrams of THC and a 3.5 of psilocybin extract in each one. You know, like the 4-ACO DMT, they could have honestly been something like that, because these shits hit. These shits smacked so hard. I never even ate one alone. The bars just gave me courage at this day, I guess. The bars just gave me I don't know. My homie that I was living with at the time, because I got kicked out of my homie's house. She will be unnamed. So I won't name a name. I won't even make up a name. I lived with her. We were both off the Xans. She got off of them. I was still on them pretty hard, and so I got kicked out. So I go live with this one homie. He's of the Mexican descent. His mom, his sister, they both are very Mexican, not very English spoken. And I bring all of these substances into their house. So, I have these shits. And the homie, it was me, this dude, and the homie that let me stay at his house. This dude that also stayed there, he was in his room. He had his own room and shit. The day before this happened, he made the same mistake that I did. And he literally got sent to a mental hospital. Bro. And the very next day, I'm like, yo, this sounds like a great idea. I don't know why. I really have no idea. So I'm off the shits. I'm off the Xans. So I ate 2 of these bitches. I call my homie up. I'm like, yo, I just ate 2 Trippy Flips. I'm like, yo. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to slide over to your house. I slide over. And so this dude, he's tripped before. He had his bad time off Sid, had his bad time off the tabs, and so he hasn't really tripped. I'm off these shits. These shits started to hit, and I keep saying, I'm just like, bro, this is the perfect dose. This dose is so perfect. I can tell by now how good of a trip this is gonna be. It's gonna be the best trip of my life. No, it actually was going to be the worst experience. One of the worst experiences I've ever had. And so, basically, eventually, I just start becoming unable to form words, unable to do really much of anything. He told me that I was literally just started making fucking noises. I was just like fucking screaming and shit. And his mom was just like, bro, he has to go. And this next part, I don't know how I got back to this place. I really don't. And I don't know how I got back to this house. At this time, I forgot to mention, I was kicked out of this Mexican lady's house. Something in my mind was like, I have to go there. Because I was off so many Xans at the time, it's hard to even correlate what happened when. Somehow I got kicked out. I don't know if it was a Trippy Flips or she found on my pack, all my shit. I don't know. So basically, she found all my shit, bro. And so I'm off the fucking shits. I'm off the trippies. I'm off whatever I am geeked. I cannot remember. So I go through their window trying to get my shit. And what do you do when someone that's not supposed to be at your house climbs through your window? You call the cops. So when she called the cops, they got me. I don't believe they searched me immediately, but they were asking me a few questions. I don't remember this at all. That's the thing. I don't have no recollection of any of this. All this stuff that I know about this story was told to me by other people, which is it's kind of scary. But I'm like, yo, the Xans made me snitch on myself here. The Xans definitely made me snitch on myself. They did me dirty. I backdoored myself. They were like, what are you doing? Like, fucking, what are you doing here? So I'm just like, bruh, I'm going in there to get my pack. I have to get my weed. So they're like, oh, you have to get your pack, your weeds in there? Can you show me where that is? So I go get my shit. I don't know why. I don't know what in my head, but I was tripping hard as fuck off of 7 G's, off of 1,000 milligrams of THC and how many fucking bars, I don't know. I have no fucking clue. So that shit happens. And they ended up searching me. They found 86 Xans on my person. I ended up catching a charge for that and all the weed. But that's another tale for another time, I feel like. No, it's honestly just the same story. I ended up getting out of those charges, thankfully, because I was a juvenile. It was my first time in trouble and shit. But so they see that I'm obviously fucked up as shit, and they don't know how many pills I took. And they probably asked me, and I probably said, I don't know. So I guess they called the ambulance to get the ambulance there and shit. Or honestly, bro, this is what's so fucking weird. I don't remember if it was the ambulance. I think it was that brought me there, but I was also in the waiting room with my mom. Because they ended up calling my mom. She had to come out. I was in the waiting room. She's like, bro. And this shit took forever for them to see me. I could be overdosing, and they took forever, like long as fuck, just to see me. Which to me is quite insane. Like I could be in the floor fucking dying. But she goes get some Burger King. She grabs some Burger King. And she gets back with it. She gives me my meal. I don't eat it. I instead just throw pieces of the shit that I don't want on the floor. I'm throwing shit around. I'm just fucking acting like a complete fool. Acting like a complete hooligan. Straight up some goonery. Straight up some shit. Just some fuckery. Just some straight fuckery. But I guess they get me back. They're trying to get a test, like a drug test, to see all the shit that I've taken and shit. But it feels so crazy. I can hit my vape on YouTube, but TikTok, the second they see anything, they're striking. They just like fucking, that shit won't even last 10 seconds. But anyway, I'm in the room. Bro, they try to give me a drug test, bro. I'm so fucking faded. I think that they will believe. I just put like water and like soap and like mixed it around and shit. I was so faded that I thought that they would believe that was my fucking urine sample, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, a car drove by. I was like, are the ops sliding? No, but fucking. But anyway, out in there, my whole family's there. And I'm just geeked out of my mind. My grandma died a few years before this happened. But in my head, we were there for her. I was just asking questions about my grandma that's dead and shit. It's completely scaring my family. I'm a telltale reason why you should not do drugs. I probably scared my little brother out of ever wanting to do anything. He's a straight edge kid. He does, bro is on nothing. And I'm probably the reason why, to be completely honest, which is insane. But anyways, I guess they end up pumping my shit. I don't know. But I don't have no memory of anything that happened really after that. I didn't get told anything, but a little bit after, I guess, I went to my homie's house, who I went to before all this happened, and I really have no recollection of even really being in the hospital and shit, which is weird. Obviously, it's not uncommon because I was off fucking Xans. Fake Xans, probably. I know damn well they're fake. It's like bromance. It wasn't even real Xans. Wasn't even real Xans. I just say they're Xans for the video, I guess. But those shits were fake as fuck. Because if I say bromance, no one's gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I had no recollection of me catching actual criminal charges. They got me for over a half pound of weed. They got me for the 86 bars. Some like little like edibles, blah, blah, blah. I was thinking they would have got me for the shroom bars that I had. Thankfully, they did not. They somehow didn't find it, or someone had them hidden. Someone stole them from me. Because that shit would happen often when I lived at the Mexican house. The Mexican lady's house. That one kid I was talking about that got sent to the mental hospital, he would just steal from me, bro. He'd get off the bars, steal my bars, and then steal from me. Which I got my get back, bro. I got my fucking get back. I stole his microphone, stole his shoes. I stole a whole bunch of shit while he was gone. But anyway, I have no recollection of catching criminal charges. Till one day, like, my sister calls me, and we're just talking, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, she said something about me having a court date. I was like, what you mean a court date? What you talking about? And she's like, do you not remember? I was like, remember what? And she was like, oh. And this shit tweaked me out. I'm like, how do I not remember catching charges? Bro, this shit honestly just had me like, this is my first time being in trouble too. So I was like, oh, bro, how cooked am I? 86 Xans. I ended up having this court counselor. I somehow convinced, I didn't really convince him. I was obviously off them shits hard as fuck. But they somehow gave me pity. Just maybe take the misdemeanor weed charge. Somehow it's a misdemeanor weed charge. I had a bunch of weed. I don't know how. Probably just because I was a juvenile. I've never been in trouble before. Thankfully for the circumstances. But that shit was crazy. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, y'all. But anyway, that was just a crazy time in my life. The Xans have never done me right. I can't remember a time where they have ever done me right. In my head, they do me right, but they never do me right. But that shit, honestly, just insane. I got off of it pretty easy, thankfully. You would think it maybe not want to do it again, but I still did the same shit. I didn't do the shrooms and shit, but I got back on the Xans. I finally quit them. Not too long after that, thankfully. Because them shits the devil, bro. Them shits will fucking ruin you. But anyway, I'm just glad my health was okay. I didn't get in too deep of trouble. I was chilling for the most part. But yo, I've told this story on my TikTok. I just thought I'd tell it in a little bit more detail for y'all on the YouTube channel, because this is my first video. I am going to be retelling some stories that I've told on my TikTok, just in more detail. Just in a little bit more detail, and just like be able to make a video that's not fucking 3 minutes long and people will actually watch. Because on TikTok, them motherfuckers are just brain dead scrolling through their shit. If that shit does not interest them in the first 3 seconds, you're not getting them views. You ain't getting them. But if you made it this far, I appreciate you for listening, having any interest in my life or me, or just fucking with me. I appreciate that. More videos are coming on the way. More videos on the way. Expect them shits. Expect them shits. Cheers, y'all, real quick. I don't know what they're going to take me. They're going to restrict me for on YouTube. Testing my limits a little bit. But if my video gets restricted, fuck it, I guess. But I appreciate y'all for watching this far. I'll see y'all in the next video. Not sure exactly what it's going to be. But stay tuned, bro. Stay tuned. Got more shit coming. More shit on the way. Go follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, or subscribe to me on YouTube. You're already on my YouTube, might as well. But follow my TikTok. I'm not really on much other socials, to be real. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. I said y'all like 20 times.